this is Jessica here at Girl Gamer, and here we are at the exclusive press conference for Psych, a show on USA Network. Super hilarious. Been made into exclusive comic book, but not yet a video game. Let's see what they have to say about that.
I wasn't disappointed at all because, I mean, just the fact of getting in a comic book alone is, even one issue is pretty amazing. So you can look at it from like, oh, Dad, we didn't get a series. But it's like, well, no, you were in a comic book. Calm down.
Look, we have bobbleheads.
Right.
Done. Right?
Yeah.
Is that the pinnacle?
I can stare at myself nodding while I'm in the bathroom. You can't beat that with a stick. Is Sean an orphan? I don't know. I just don't know.
No, because his mother's still alive.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I hear there was a zombie on stage in the panel, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. His life is still hanging in the balance and will be until we premiere it in a date to be determined.
Henry is somewhere around. Does Henry live? Shall I?
That's the question mark. Yeah.
That's the question mark.
Oh. Is that what you're just going to do all Comic-Con? You're just pointing at your shirt?
That's all I do is point at my
His
shirt.
shirt has been washed so many times just so he can wear it over and over and over. No, do your D's.
I'm either clearly dead, in which case it could be a ghost. I am a deranged kind of flashback, right? Because those are all those flashbacks are kind of weird. Or I'm a dream, or I am indeed alive.
The new season
Psych,
of
a
Miracles.
7th season of Psych, a show about weirdness. Would it be just so? What is that? What we would do?
Well, we went ahead and threw our hats into the found footage ring. That's an acknowledgement that it's prevalent in the zeitgeist, so we figured we'd get in on that. Paid tribute to Clue, everybody's favorite board game from the 80s. Doing a musical, because that seems to be a hip thing to do these days. But all our music's going to be original.
From the mind of Steve Franks.
That's what makes us cooler. What else we got?
What's our big pop culture shots that we've done so far?
Yeah.
But we're only halfway through, so you know we have more coming.
I think it would be battles, man. I think it would be Sean Gus versus.
That would be pretty cool.
Be like tag team battles. And then if you took, but it was elimination, right? So if you beat Gus, you'd still have to be fighting Sean or vice versa until there was only one man standing.
I mean, I would definitely want it to be some kind of like role playing, yeah, kind of like a first person shooter, but you could choose to be Sean or Gus, and then you have to interact with it to get to, a big master case. Like you do this huge case where you have to do hand-to-hand combat,
You have
pick
to
up
deal
guns.
with their shortcomings depending on which one you chose.
Right. And like different storylines. So, you can start here, start there. And then they would all intersect.
So since it's Comic-Con, so you haven't thought about this at all?
No, not at all. I mean, that's just time. No. I would say, being that he plays someone who's so observant on screen, is how unobservant he is in real life, and it bugs me out. Just the other day in an episode, he's walking on a miniature golf course, and we just cut the scene. He turns around, he starts to walk to go to his chair, and there's these big windmills that are on the miniature golf courses, and the big blades that are coming around. He walks right into the blade. I was like, yo, dude, did you just walk into that blade? Yeah,
I tried to play it off, and then blood started running down my face.
I was like, it's right there, man.
And I couldn't play it off anymore.
Like, how did you not see that big-ass windmill sitting right there?
They had to bring in that liquid Band-Aid stuff, and yeah, it was great.
Well, I've been saying all day, my favorite superhero is Lionel. Because he says Thundercats, and we say, oh. That is the truth. I mean, I've always liked the Thundercats. But in terms of someone who's more present right now, of course, Iron Man he's a badass. Even when I watched The Avengers, I was like, that dude's a badass. He's pretty bad.
Probably the Hulk. Probably the Hulk, because I was such a huge horror guy growing up. It was the closest thing to a monster that was also a superhero. So.